Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Jones. I hope the weather is great wherever you are. It's pretty nice here in Colorado right now, but we've had some really cold weather, including snow. And since you can't do archaeology in the snow, that meant I had some days off. So I thought I'd share with you some of the healthy and comforting vegan food that I ate on a snow day. I started my day with some warm lemon water with a little bit of apple cider vinegar in it. This just helps digestion. It helps get the digestive fluids going, and I put a little cayenne in there to create a little heat in my system. And this is just a great way to start the day and get hydrated and take care of your gut health too. Sleepy-eyed. Cheers. After I have my lemon water, the next thing I do every morning is yoga. I always do this first thing in the morning, or else sometimes it just doesn't get done. But I've been really consistent for the last 2 years. I've actually been doing yoga for close to 30 years, but I was never really consistent until 2 years ago. Around the same time I started becoming vegan, I did the 30 days of yoga with Adrian, and that really got me on a consistent routine of doing yoga every day, and I've been doing it ever since. Then after I do my yoga, I usually meditate for about 5 to 10 minutes, and this is just a really great way to start off my day. It was cold outside, so it was a great time to have a warm, comforting drink. And I drink matcha on a daily basis. I used to be an avid coffee drinker, but about the same time I became vegan, I decided to quit coffee because it just was not making me feel good. And it wasn't doing what it was supposed to. It wasn't waking me up, and I just have to drink more and more of it, and then it just didn't make me feel good. So I made the switch to matcha, and I find that I really only need one matcha drink in the morning and a little green tea in the afternoon, and I'm good to go, and I feel so much better, and I'm filling my body with some good antioxidants, and it's a routine I really enjoy. Then I snacked on some watermelon while I got my breakfast started. And who says vegans can't enjoy a comforting plate of bacon and eggs and potatoes? Look at that. So to make the potatoes, I started by sauteing some diced onion and garlic and my potatoes. These are Yukon Gold. And then I added some carrots, which I used to do all the time, but my kids didn't really like it that way, so I stopped doing it. But my kids weren't around this day, so I went ahead and put them in there for some extra veggies. And then I seasoned it with this 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's. This is a really great spice mix. I highly recommend it. And then I put a lid on it to cook. I don't have a lid big enough for this pan, so I use a baking sheet. I'd been wanting to try out this Just egg. I'd been avoiding it because it is a bit expensive, but I got some on sale, and since I had some time to cook, I decided to give it a try. So I'm just pouring some into a pan that had some heated oil, and I was going to do a scrambled egg type thing, and unfortunately it really stuck to my pan. This is a non-stick pan, but it's kind of old, so that might have something to do with it, but I haven't had any luck making like vegan omelets without them sticking to the pan really bad, so I may need to get a new pan or two. But anyway, I also cooked up some of these smoky tempeh strips, otherwise known as fakin' bacon, which I've been eating for years. I love this stuff. It's the best fake bacon out there because it's made from tempeh, which has lots of protein, and it's super yummy. After breakfast, I did a little bit of work on my computer. After all, I do have this YouTube channel and a blog to keep up with, so I didn't want to waste the time that I had. And then I played a little piano, which I do every day, pretty much. Since I had a pretty filling breakfast and I also had it late in the morning, I decided to go light on lunch and have a smoothie. I've been enjoying smoothies a lot lately, not only because I'm trying to lose some weight, but because it's just a really great way to get a lot of nutrition into your body really fast. And I'm even enjoying them on these snow days. This one is sort of a tropical flavor with mango and coconut and banana. I put some spirulina in there. And then I almost forgot to put some greens in there. I love putting leafy greens into my green smoothies. And this smoothie certainly is green. And it was also really tasty. It had all those nice tropical flavors. I topped it with some more of the coconut flakes, and just for fun, because I had them around, I sprinkled some pomegranate seeds on there.
Wow, I'm really loving the cranberry, or the pomegranate seeds. That's what they are. I'm loving those pomegranate seeds on there. They give a little bit of crunch and tartness that I really like. So, yum, that's a win.
After lunch, we went to the dog park because my doggie and I both needed some exercise, even though it was freezing cold outside. I really love this dog park because it has a beautiful view of the mountains and there's lots of trees and a creek. And it's such a good place to take a dog to socialize. There weren't too many doggies there today. I mean, it was only 19 degrees. Come on. But that meant that the creek was nice and quiet instead of all the usual doggies playing in the water. When we got back, I was hungry and cold, so I warmed up some of this leftover apple crisp that I made a video for recently. You should check that out. And I added some vanilla flax yogurt and had a nice cup of hot green tea. I love drinking green tea in the afternoon. It's so good for you, especially if you're trying to lose weight. For the last meal of my day, I decided to do a noodle curry dish. I make curry a lot, but I don't usually put noodles in it. I usually put it over rice, but for some reason I was craving noodles, so here we go. So I chopped up some yellow bell pepper and then a Fresno chili, which I think is funny because I actually grew up in Fresno, California. I don't know if that's where the chili gets its name, but these are really good chilies. They're not too hot and they're not too mild. Of course, I'm taking the seeds out there. I guess I didn't want it to be overly spicy. And then I added some yummy shiitakes. These were huge, but they looked so good. I love shiitakes. Not only do I love the taste, but I just love the way they look. Then I cut some baby corn into small pieces. My son absolutely loves baby corn. And then some tempeh for our protein. This tempeh had flaxseed in it, and I have to admit, it wasn't my favorite. Then for the curry part, I started with a can of coconut milk, which I stirred up. I usually have a little frother thing that I use for this. It works really well, but a fork works well too. And then I started boiling some rice noodles, and this was way too much rice noodles. I used a whole package, and I really should have only used half the package. I don't know what I was thinking. So to the bottom of the pot, I added some coconut oil, and then minced ginger and garlic, and a nice heaping spoonful of red curry paste, and some minced onion, and my Fresno chili. And I gave that a stir, and then I added my tempeh, and that's so the tempeh would brown and absorb all those really delicious flavors that I just put in there. Then I added my shiitake mushrooms, and I just love shiitake mushrooms, especially with a little bit of soy sauce on there. They just sort of absorb that flavor. And then I added a little bit of vegetable broth to deglaze the bottom of the pan before putting in my coconut milk. I almost forgot to add the broccoli, which would be shameful because it's my favorite vegetable. And then I added the baby corn and my bell peppers, and then the drained noodles. And here's where you can see that I actually had too many noodles for the amount of vegetables I had, but that was okay. I just picked out the vegetables that I wanted, and then later when I had leftovers, I added some more veggies, and it was all good. So here is my finished dish of curry noodles. Little experiment there, but it was delicious. And I also added a little cilantro and chopped peanut to the top. And I usually do a little squeeze of lime, but I don't think I had any limes that day. But I did add some chili garlic sauce, which is my favorite condiment for adding a little bit of spice and extra flavor. And that just made the dish extra yummy. Then to finish the day, I just had a little mandarin orange for dessert. So that was everything I ate in a day on a snow day. I hope you got some ideas for some stuff to eat at home on your next day off. Healthy, vegan, comforting recipes. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.